Yo, what is good? What is going on? Of course, welcome back to another video. So today it's I want to say day 513. So that's where we're at. But this is of course part of my weekly Friday update. So as you notice, I'm not in a t-shirt. All right. And that's because I wore this for a very specific purpose. Just came back home from my first ever. Now, let me just get this out of the way. This was a really big deal. Okay, the event that I went to was such a big deal. It was, a tremendously big deal for me and my date, right? So this was my first father-daughter dance at my baby's school, and let me just say, it was amazing. You know, like it was a good 70 fathers there, all with their daughters. I saw this one young lady with her son there, you know, but just in general, it was just really, really beautiful to see all these men, you know, just without hassle, without, resentment, anything, you know, just genuinely just there supporting our little girls, man, our little princesses, you know, and it was dope too because so this was literally like physically my first time even to even be inside of the school. Like this was physically my first time inside that building. Because yes, this is her second year there, and yo, my kid is popular. Like let me just say, like we get up in there, fucking bit defender. Sorry. So yeah, we get up in there and. I mean, from the staff to just a bunch of kids. Hey, Gabby. Hey, Gabby. Hey. I'm like, yo, she knows a lot of people. And then literally, as soon as we walk into the big, to the cafeteria where they had the dance floor and everything set up, first girl right there, Gabby! And she was like, hey! And like, they both just turned up. And I'm like, whoa, all right, go play. Go have fun. So she ran off for a little bit. But then they actually did give the fathers time, to dance with their daughters and, just the way that little girl looks at me and everything. I mean, it's just there's just so much love between us, and just genuine love. And I know that moment, the whole event meant as much to her as it did to me. I mean, and this is coming from a man whose father just wasn't there in his life like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've said it before. I love my father to death. I'm past the point of hurting from it or any of that. But again, it's just, I knew the type of father I wanted to be because of the type of father he was. I never once sat there and said, I don't know how to be a father because I never, no. You pretty much learn the same lessons from a present father as you would an absent father. I mean, now relationship-wise, that's where your struggles will take place because not having your dad there, But as far as parenting goes, yeah, you can learn the same lessons. But yeah. So I wore burgundy. Her dress was mostly red, but she had floral accents in her hair, which were burgundy colors. So we just went to match that. And yeah, it's anime to the death of me with the Itachi socks. Shout out to Walmart. And speaking of Walmart, I really wanted to show y'all this because I spotted this shit today and I was like, yo, this is definitely my new favorite hoodie. Can you see it? Yeah. I said, yo, like Walmart stayed killing it, bro. Walmart, they stay killing it with the anime. And it's funny too because I know some channels and stuff, in the manosphere, they're like, oh, you got to work on your style of dress, and yeah, I mean, you do want to wear more, masculine type clothes, but I don't give a fuck. Like, yo, like my style is my style. I'm a gamer, I'm a nerd, so that's my lane. You know what I mean? And I look good in it. Like it fits me very well. Oh yeah, I was super proud to rock this. I know it's backwards, but it says Daddy. It's a black link bracelet that my daughter got for me on Christmas. And of course, the watch is my smart watch. Shout out to Carbonox. Yeah, Carbonox. This is the Space Crafter smartwatch. I mean, it got some fingerprints on it, but shit don't scratch. Like, and I wore this all throughout my shift at the airport. I'm tossing bags, taking them to flights, handling, machinery and shit. And this thing is not scratched at all. So shout out to them for us living up to the product. All right, so got that 5 minutes of just my life and everything else out the way. Life is good. There are days where there is a struggle. And I think the most realistic expectation you can have when you're on your journey of NoFap and you're just trying to transition your life to just being better and more positive is just understanding that a good chunk of your journey is that you're still going to face challenges and obstacles. That there isn't this state of being where you reach a certain pinnacle and then all the shit stops. Like, literally, and I know I've said this before, all the things that you deal with, that's just life. That's just life. But your growth means that you get to face these same challenges that normally would have broken you down and completely, nearly obliterated you. Now you face them with a certain, you know what I mean? Shoulders back, chest out, like you're like, yo, you got this. And it's like, damn. And the beautiful part is when you recognize that within yourself. You're like, damn, yo, there was a time I would have lost my shit. And I'm talking, this is dealing with, just financial challenges, physical challenges, relationship challenges, dealing with, like I said, people close to you, whether it's friends, family, your parents, your siblings, people who you used to give a lot of power to, because you're like, hey, if I at least give them what they want, they'll respect me, they'll like me. That's not how it works. People actually respect you more when you can tell them no and you stand in your own morals. People respect you a lot more for that. And that's for me, like that's been such a big part of my journey. Not that I go out there wanting people, to bow down, none of that, but it's just there's a certain level of respect that I expect because I give it, so I expect it. And it's so far from how I used to live, wanting people to like me. It's like, yeah, no, if I do this, I was completely dishonoring myself by living a life wanting others to just like me. Like, that's so pathetic, And it was crazy because even when I thought about, things that my wife said to me before she left, at one point she was like, well, I've seen you, do things for other women in the past and blah, 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 and this and that. And, it really stuck with me. Because I used to get annoyed that she would compare, the things that I did, for her, compared to I guess what I did for other women. But when I truly reflected on it, I sat there and I was like, damn, I did all those things because those women didn't like me, So like because I mean, like, well, she and I, we know each other for a while, so she see me kind of like in different phases and stages, but it's like, damn, like we didn't like I wasn't doing those things because I was in love. It wasn't an expression of love. It was an expression of, okay, if I can make the biggest gesture possible, she'll even at the slightest like me as much as I like her. You see what I'm saying? I was trying to prove myself to other women. Or at least growing up, like that. That's how I've operated, wanting to prove myself to people, prove my worthiness to people. The fuck, yo, like that's absolute insanity. I spent so much of my life trying to prove my worthiness to women, and unfortunately, that's where a lot of men are right now. And that's why when a woman rejects men, they lose they lose it. They go crazy. That's why at the end of a relationship, they go crazy. Because they've established their worthiness in a woman liking them. And it shouldn't be that way. It should not be that way whatsoever. Oh yeah, and going back to a question I saw again from KF, asking where do my sexual thoughts come from? It's a great question. I don't know. A big part of me believes that it's just part of my programming, part of culturally, what I've grown up to view, is appropriate behavior for sexual thoughts. It's like, do you get what I'm saying? It's like I don't know where my sexual thoughts come from, other than I have them, but I manage them at such a different and more profound level now that I'm definitely not driven by my sexual thoughts and or urges, but I recognize when it's there. It usually comes in the form of, damn, she got fat ass. You know what I mean? It's like shit. But am I so driven to go, man, hey, nah, I'm good. I'm good. And actually, because I know that I'm good, like if she and I were to have an interaction, everything just flowing naturally. Like, and I know I said this in my last video, but that's literally how it all happens. You feel me? Like, that's genuinely how it all happens. The more I keep this down here, the more even keeled I am just out in the real world. But yeah, I don't know where my sexual thoughts come from. I do know that the ones that I have are essentially a result of just the cultural programming of what is viewed, for like sexual engagement, per se. Even in my language, when I said, "Oh, yeah, damn, she got fat ass," like that's all hip hop culture. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, shorty got a fatty back there. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's all just part of the culture. But being able to manage it has been a blessing. Life has been damn good. Damn good. Like I felt bad I had to leave my little girl. Like I kind of wanted to spend more time, but we at least had like food and stuff after the fact. And yeah, I just keep having moments just thinking about tonight and just how beautiful it is, to just be present and having a daughter. I say to men all the time, I'm like, listen, if you have a kid, yo, be in your kid's life. Like, you matter so much, and of course, and I get it, that may not necessarily apply to all men, to all fathers, um, you know, but I'm specifically talking about the ones that do have a choice, the ones where the door is open and they're not walking through it. That's who it applies to. But yeah, I don't consider a man a deadbeat if the mother is preventing him from seeing the child, because that's a tough battle to fight. I'm blessed I don't have that in spite of my situation. I'm blessed that even my daughter, moving into a new home, that I still get to be, close by, and I get to be there for her. And I'm gonna keep it 100. A big part of this journey was really not only for myself but for her. I at some point it clicked, because I wasn't okay for a long time. Like I just wasn't. I was not okay. I was depressed. I was angry. I was broken. I was hurt. Like I wanted to end it all, and just realizing that I needed to be okay so that she could be okay. I'm like, all right, I need to figure something out. NoFap. Damn near a year and a half later, you know what I mean? Wait, did I make it? No. So yeah, I think like April, June-ish, maybe May, June, October, November, December, January, February, March. Yeah, April. Damn. So April will be a year and a half. So I'm almost there, yo. Almost there, on the road to forever, forever, ever. All right, but yeah, that's all I got, because I got a busy weekend. Like I said, I work 7 days a week, but I give myself Friday nights off to kind of just relax. It's about 8:44 p.m. So definitely I need to start getting ready for bed, because I do my all day, all weekend work I'm doing it mostly for this month. Next month I'll kind of alternate, just to make sure if I put in a bunch of hours, that'll be the check I need for my rent, so I can pay my rent. My bills, I I don't have a lot in bills. I only need to make what, like $500-600 to cover all my bills for the month. I'm good. My rent is like $1,000. I'm good. You see what I'm saying? So yeah. So I'm definitely gonna take it easy in March because it's my daughter's birthday month. But yeah, her birthday's on the 3rd of March. So the big 8. I'm excited. I'm really excited. So yeah, so either way, I got a busy weekend working from 5 a.m. all the way till 11 o'clock at night. Saturday, come home, jump on the bed, bounce back up, do it again on Sunday. And yeah, and then Sunday will be my last day doing that for a little bit. But aside from that, that's all I got. Just an update on my life, where I am, the blessing of NoFap, the blessing of what this thing we call life is and can be. The biggest secret to NoFap is that it will allow you to gain control of your life. And I'll definitely elaborate on that next, all right? As always, guys, I love you. I appreciate you. And we'll definitely do it again next week, all right? Peace.